It is my joy and privilege to celebrate the ministry of my predecessor, mentor, and colleague, the Reverend Mary Hulst. Mary's ministry spans decades at Calvary, but today we give thanks for the last 8 years as she served on staff as pastoral associate and pastor of Visitation and Senior Adult Ministries. Pastors are often cautioned about having their predecessors as members in their church, let alone serve on their staff. But I have found no need for caution with Mary. Rather, her presence has sparked creativity and given me courage. She's been my number one cheerleader as senior pastor, all while forging an essential ministry of care and compassion for our most cherished and beloved congregants. Mary's ministry is one of presence, authentic and compassionate, full of personal touches and conversations of shared sacred space. It's a tender ministry, full of grief and difficult struggles, and equally full of gratitude and abundant blessings. In a time when senior adults are so often devalued and dismissed in our society, Mary brought dignity to Calvary's VIPs, very inspiring persons. That was her clever name, by the way. VIPs are full of wisdom and experience, and they have remarkable gifts. And many have been faithful members and stewards in our church family for decades upon decades. In short, VIPs are those who are home-centered, not able to come to church regularly in person, or those living with chronic or long-term illnesses, or nonagenarians, those who are age 90 and above, or those who are sick or dying or grieving or in a difficult situation of some kind. Mary has uniquely honored each and every one of these very inspiring persons on her list, which, by the way, had 35 to 50 people on it at any given time. And Mary has honored them all with her time. She's blessed them with her prayers and spiritual support, and helped them feel deeply included in the life of our church through personal visits, delivery of the e-news and hard copy form, handwritten notes, and timely gifts delivered alongside her steadfast chauffeur, Jack. Gifts that included yummy treats or beautiful flowers or inspiring quotes, always with a thoughtful note or reflection about the church season or annual theme. Everything Mary does has meaning and purpose because she believes each person deserves blessing and respect. Mary listened for hours to our VIPs, weaving inspiring threads of their stories together in articles for our e-news. She prayed with VIPs, often as they breathed their last breath, some of these saints here. And she gave support to grieving family members along the journey. She presided at gravesides and offered comforting words in memorial services. She coordinated VIP lunches, creating festive table decorations, cooking delicious food, and ensuring entertaining music. She served on our staff pastor on-call rotation, visiting any member of the church who might be in the hospital or having surgery. She coordinated programs on topics of key interest to seniors in Fellowship Hall and in the Silver Linings Cafe, often with a spirit of song and sharing, as well as helpful information. Mary led in worship in a multitude of ways. She advocated for seniors and championed our VIP ministry, including her amazing volunteers, Lifelines, another creative name she had. Oh yeah, and on the side, she attended staff gatherings and retreats, led devotionals, hosted the staff at her home, started up the Blessings Ministry and coordinated it for years. Mary cares for Calvary, and she cares equally for our surrounding community. We are all so grateful to be blessed by her ministry and legacy. And of course, Mary is not going anywhere. She'll be around with us and among us as a regular person in the pew, although there is nothing regular about Mary or Jack or the Hulst family. You all are treasures to us, and we cannot thank you enough for the hours of heart, passion, and sacrifice you have poured into this church and into us, your people. You radiate Christ's light and love. Now, in this retirement, for real this time, we hope and pray you feel our love, our blessing, and our support. We will continue on the ministries you have begun in meaningful ways. They'll look a little different, for sure, without your presence, but we have such an amazing foundation on which to build and carry on. Thank you for loving us so well, Mary. Thank you for saying yes to God's call in all seasons of your life. You, indeed, are a blessing. In the words of John O'Donohue, Mary, you are our circle of light that surrounds us, protecting, healing, strengthening. Relish this new season in your life. May you receive blessings in great return and enjoy beautiful days ahead of relaxation, joy, and community. We love you and we thank you.
Mary's been a constant presence in our life for a very long time. And for her to carry it over into our home was very nice.
As I said, we were going to Calvary long before Mary got there.
Yeah.
So we met Mary when she first came to Calvary.
Yeah.
And we've been, I would call friends ever since.
Ever since. We loved her visits. And she would always bring something, usually a little something for us with a nice note. Sometimes homemade goodies, or we never knew. And right now I have her last visit, she brought a magnetic butterfly for the refrigerator. And that was, I really liked that.
And we're gonna miss her coming and seeing us
Yeah.
when she retires.
Retires.
Retires for the umpteenth time. Visits have been very helpful
Yeah.
and very glad to have. And that way we at least get a little bit, keep in touch with what's going on.
Yeah.
And
Even when she didn't come, as if she was traveling or something, we would get a note in the mail. She would send something in the mail to us with a handwritten note on it or something. So she was very good at keeping in touch.
Yeah.
Just her presence helped. Just being there. She's been there for a lot of our important life events.
like when I had my pacemaker, she was right there at the hospital, right up to I went into surgery. She was right there with us, and all the other sicknesses we've had, she's always been right there, giving us support, giving us love, and praying for us. And that's always been a very good feeling and comforting.
And I remember when my mother passed away unexpectedly on a early Sunday morning at the hospital. And first person we called was Mary. And Jack drove her over to the hospital to be with us, even though she had to be at the church and give a sermon that morning. So that meant a lot that she would do that.
As I said, and we're going to miss her.
Yeah.
And that's,
And I enjoyed that Jack a lot of times came with her. He was her chauffeur. But it was also nice to visit with Jack. But she's been with us through weddings and dedications and a lot of other things. And always brought the love of God and showed us where the love of God was.